Hi, I'm Mia.
And I'm Sophia, and we're doing a project on how climate change is impacting animals.
How is climate change affecting animals? Climate change is affecting animals in many different ways. When temperature increases, it proves the collapse of ecosystems that are fragile, which impacts animals because it's their ecosystem, their habitat. Climate change can also cause natural disasters like droughts, wildfires, and hurricanes. These natural disasters can seriously impact not just humans, but animals. It can leave animals with injuries and with lack of food sources. Habitat can be destroyed. Rising temperatures affect vegetation, food sources, access to water, and much more. Some ecosystems might become unable for certain animals, forcing wildlife to migrate outside of their usual habitat in search for food, better condition to live in. This can be bad for them since they have different weathers that they might not be used to.
Climate change affecting animals' homes. Information from Polar Bears Affected by Climate Change by Nicole Whittington Evans on November 18th, 2022. Since the Earth keeps on heating up from global warming, it has been affecting the Arctic even more. The volume of Arctic ice in the winter has decreased by a third over the past 20 years, and the rate of ice loss is accelerating. Whittington. It shows how global warming is causing less ice for animals to live on. Polar bears are an example of global warming affecting the Arctic, since they depend on the ice for their survival, like to hunt for food or to raise their cubs there too. But recently, they have had to be on land more from lesser sea ice. However, recently published scientific research has described how the declining area and thickness of the polar bear's ice sheet habitat is causing them to spend more and more time on the land. Whittington. Back then, polar bears would spend most of the time in the sea ice to find prey, but now they are predicted to be around 4 months on land. And they have become endangered due to them losing their habitat, sea ice, showing how they could become extinct if we don't take action, and many other Arctic animals like the walrus and narwhals. How are animals evolving from climate change? From source, animals shapeshifting to adapt to rising temperatures. From the Natural History Museum by James Ashworth on September 16th, 2021. Animals have been changing due to the planet's rising temperature, and as their beaks or limbs change size to adapt, they can't forever. Due to the planet's warmth rising, researchers have been studying to see if these adaptations from climate change would follow Joseph Allen's rule, which is that animals live in colder environments, have shorter and thicker body parts from animals in hotter climates. They had found that birds had changes due to their rising temperatures. One study had found that 58% of all bird species have had change in size of their bill, which is used to balance body temperature, showing that they follow Allen's rule. An example that has changed its bill are Australian parrots, which had a 10% increase in the bill since 1871. Another example of heated climates affecting animals and using Allen's rule is African elephants from Asian elephants by having larger ears. And sure, these adaptations can be helpful for a medium term if the climate change keeps changing. Animals won't be able to adapt for long. And at one point, these changes won't be beneficial to them and can actually put them at a disadvantage instead, causing them to have a population decline or could even get extinct. The birds having larger beaks seem helpful for them losing the heat. It's harder for them to be able to eat.
How can we help animals from climate change? One of the big things we can do to help is to tell people about the problem. Talk to people about it and give them ideas of how they can help too. One thing you can do is to use as little energy as you can. This is because it helps reduce the demand for fossil fuels, which helps climate change. Also, taking public transportation or riding bikes helps a lot. This helps because it will reduce greenhouse gas and it can help you too by staying healthy and fitness. Something that you can do to help with climate change that also helps you is eating vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. This can lower our environment impact because it can result in fewer greenhouse gas and it requires less energy.